This is an atom, and it is absolutely tiny. So tiny that it's not even microscopic. Well, unless we're talking about electron microscopes. Oh, and no, this is not just a boring video about atoms. This is a water molecule. It is also too small to be microscopic. Well, except for electron microscopes, of course. This is an adenovirus. It is the smallest DNA virus. It too is not microscopic, except for electron microscopes. This is Mycoplasma gallisepticum, and you guessed it, it is also not microscopic, except for electron microscopes. This is a red blood cell, and it's the first object in this list that is actually microscopic. But don't worry, we'll soon be out of the microscopic range again, although this time the other way. This is a grain of sand. There are about 7.5 quintillion of these on the planet. I'm just glad I didn't have to count all those. This is a sugar granule. It is larger than most sand, but it's still pretty small. This is a water drop, and what's so amazing about it is that, I already made an entire video about that. Sorry. This is a ladybug. Ladybugs are very tiny, as you probably knew. Oh, and they're also sometimes referred to as ladybirds, but I prefer the term ladybug because last time I checked, birds didn't have 6 legs. This is a frog, a tree frog to be specific, although to be specific, it doesn't actually exist because I just needed a graphic of a tree frog, so I made it my own species. This is a chameleon. They have really long tongues that can be up to 1.5 times their length, but you probably knew that. This is a German Shepherd, the best dog breed ever. I mean, you can't even argue that. My script literally says the best dog breed ever. This is a person. Person referring to a human, of course. This is a giraffe. It is the tallest land animal on the planet. Not the biggest, but the tallest. This is the space shuttle. It served for 30 years as one of the main transportation vehicles between Earth and space, but was eventually retired in 2011. It is absolutely massive, coming in at 184 feet tall and weighing over 2,000 tons. It's actually pretty small though. Remember, we are going big. This is the Saturn V, more commonly known as the Saturn V. At 363 feet, it is nearly double the height of the space shuttle, but it's still really, really, really tiny. This is Hyperion. At over 380 feet, Hyperion is the tallest tree in the world. Its trunk is a remarkable 16 feet in diameter. This is the Eiffel Tower. It comes in at 1,083 feet, nearly 3 times as tall as the Saturn V. This is the Burj Khalifa. Completed in January of 2010, it is currently the tallest building in the world. At 2,722 feet, it is over half a mile tall. But it too is absolutely minute. This is Mount St. Helens. Coming in at over 8,360 feet, Mount St. Helens is not actually one of the tallest mountains in the world, which immediately makes it sound much less impressive, but it's actually massive, but also very, very tiny. This is Current Peak. It's 11,518 feet in height, a little over 2 miles. This is Mount Rainier. At 14,410 feet, it is not actually very big. Remember, we've still got a ways to go. I mean, we're still on Earth, although we will only be for a short while longer. This is Denali. Even though it's the 3rd highest of the 7 summits, it's only the 245th tallest mountain in the world. But at a magnificent 20,310 feet, it is 3,500 times taller than the average human. But don't forget, it's still tiny. This is Mount Everest. At 29,032 feet, Mount Everest is not only the tallest mountain, but also the tallest object above sea level on Earth. So enjoy Earth while you can, because this will be the last time you see Earth. Anyway, this is Halley's Comet. No, comet. I can never pronounce that right. At 9.3 miles on its longest axis, it's not actually that much larger than Mount Everest. But it's still massive, and also very, very, very tiny. This is Bernardinelli Bernstein, the largest comet ever discovered, but even at nearly 74 miles, it's not even as large as the smallest dwarf planet in our solar system. Speaking of which, this is Hygeia. At nearly 270 miles, Hygeia is the smallest planet in our solar system. It's of course not a regular planet, but instead a dwarf planet, and was only just recently actually considered to be a dwarf planet. This is Ceres. Located in the asteroid belt along with Hygeia, Sirius is over 587 miles in diameter, but it's not the biggest dwarf planet. This is good old Pluto. At 1,473 miles in diameter, Pluto is the largest of all the dwarf planets. This is the Moon, or maybe I should say the Earth's moon. At 2,159.2 miles in diameter, the Moon is not even double the size of Pluto. This is Mercury, the smallest of all the major planets. At over 3,000 miles in diameter, Mercury is just barely over twice the size of Pluto. Pluto is definitely quite big. This is Mars, the second smallest of all the major planets. Mars is only 4,208 miles in diameter, making it just a little bit larger than Mercury. This is Venus. Coming in at over 7,500 miles, Venus is just a little less than twice the size of Mars. This is Earth. This is a very special planet. Designed with life, designed with water, designed at just 7,913.162 miles in diameter, Earth is the fourth largest planet in the solar system. And if Pluto were a planet, Earth would be the fifth smallest and the fifth largest. But anyway, enjoy Earth while you can, because this will be the last time you see it. Wait, didn't I already say that? This is Neptune. At over 30,500 miles in diameter, Neptune is the smallest gas planet, but the fourth largest planet, and also the coldest, being the farthest major planet from the Sun. This is Uranus, closer to the Sun than Neptune, but also larger at 31,399 miles in diameter. This is Saturn. Coming in at 71,229 miles in diameter, Saturn is the second largest planet and also has some beautiful rings. But no, we're measuring the planet itself, not the rings. This is Jupiter, the largest of all the planets in the solar system, with a diameter of 85,964 miles. But there's something in the solar system that is still much bigger. This is the Sun. At 864,938 miles in diameter, the Sun is the largest object in the solar system, and is over 10 times larger than Jupiter. The Sun is so massive that it makes up 99.86% of the mass of our entire solar system. For comparison, Jupiter, which is more than double the mass of all the other planets combined, makes up less than 0.1% of the solar system's mass. But don't worry, this gigantic star will very, very quickly become completely, invisibly small. This is Sirius A. No, seriously, it's Sirius. At nearly 1.47 million miles in diameter, Sirius is seriously massive, but not too massive. We've still got 10 more celestial creations to compare, and the transitions between them are rather extreme. This is Polaris, also known as the North Star since it's bright and fairly close to exactly north. At nearly 32.5 million miles in diameter, Polaris is over 37 times larger than our Sun, but it's actually still a pretty small star. This is VI Canis Majoris, and no, this is not the largest star. At only 1.2 billion miles in diameter, VI Canis Majoris is outranked by at least 6 other known stars. This is UI Scuti, while also previously the largest star. At a mere 1.48 billion miles in diameter, it is also now outranked by an even bigger star. This is Stephenson 218. Coming in at 1.86 billion miles in diameter, this is the current record holder for the largest known star. Now, prepare yourself for a massive jump in sizes, because though this star is massive, there are still things far more massive, and this star is actually very, very small. This is Segue 2, one of the smallest galaxies in the universe, and that was not a good segue in comparisons. Anyway, though it's one of the smallest, it's still over 651 trillion miles in diameter. This is the Milky Way. At over 621 quadrillion miles in diameter, our galaxy is actually still a pretty small one. This is ESO 30617. With a very unmemorable name, this galaxy is 1 million light years in diameter, or nearly 6 quintillion miles. But our comparison will still get much, much larger. This is Alcyones, the largest galaxy we've ever discovered. At an astounding 16.3 million light years in diameter, this galaxy is truly massive. But we must go bigger. This is the Hercules Corona Borealis Great Wall. With a length of 10 billion light years, just a little longer than its name, this is the largest known structure in the observable universe, which leaves us only one thing left. This is the observable universe. At approximately 93 billion light years in diameter, the observable universe is insanely massive. But the most shocking, this is only the observable universe. The question must be raised, what lies beyond? What has been created so far from us, and how far does it extend? For all we know, it could even extend to infinity. But one thing I do know is that there is a vastness of sizes we can observe that cannot truly be comprehended. Huge thanks to TechZone Audio Products for supporting my work and sending over their stellar X3 professional grade mic. The quality is absolutely stellar. Would highly recommend this microphone to anyone wanting to take their audio quality to a professional level. If you're interested in getting one for yourself, check out the link in the description.